The CCP's double reduction policy is ineffective, and nervous parents resort to black market tutoring. A Beijing legal firm has refused to recruit graduates of Sichuan University. The Dragon Boat Festival's poor consumer data casts a shadow on China's economy. Wuxiaobo, a well-known mainland financial writer, was banned from Weibo for talking about the unemployment rate. It's all covered in today's China Truths. The CCP's double reduction policy is ineffective, and nervous parents resort to black market tutoring. 2 years ago, the authorities of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, implemented a policy known as double reduction, intending to alleviate the academic burden on students. However, this policy had a detrimental impact on the education and training sectors. As a result, parents have resorted to illicit tutoring services to ensure their children continue to receive educational support. According to Ms. Huang, a tutor based in Tianjin, government inspections primarily target in-service teachers within her residential community, having minimal impact on private tutoring arrangements. Ms. Huang added that in-service teachers charge higher fees for their services, and private tutoring rates can vary in terms of affordability. In terms of pricing, in-service teachers offer relatively affordable rates. For junior high school students, one-on-one tutoring costs around 600 yuan. However, for highly regarded instructors, the fee can exceed 1,000 yuan for junior high school students and even surpass 1,500 yuan for high school students. In some cases, the price can reach several thousand yuan. Ms. Huang explained that if the financial circumstances are not favorable, one-on-one tutoring may not be feasible. In such instances, group sessions become a more cost-effective option. For example, if the teacher charges 600 yuan per class, 6 students pooling together can bring the cost down to 100 yuan per person. Despite the Ministry of Education's repeated notices emphasizing the continued implementation of the double reduction policy from 2022 to 2023, the impact on cram schools across various cities seems minimal. As the underground market thrives, the government appears to be gradually adopting a more lenient approach towards it. Ms. Li, a parent from Changchun, Jilin Province, highlighted the transformation of extracurricular cram schools into interest classes over the past 2 years. Ms. Li explained, currently, having 1 or 2 children engaged in various interest classes has become a significant priority for many families. This trend often starts during kindergarten, where after-school and weekend activities encompass English language lessons, painting, dance for girls, and physical fitness lessons and basketball for boys. Ms. Li further mentioned that both her kindergarten-aged children have enrolled in 5 interest classes each, including subjects like English and Chinese language instruction. In February 2022, the Education Department of the CCP issued a notice calling for increased supervision of interest classes. Later, in June of the same year, the Ministry of Education issued another notice explicitly prohibiting subject training for preschool children. Ms. Li shared her perspective, saying, in the pursuit of their children's prospects, parents often enroll them in classes they deem beneficial. Take my sister's 2 children, for example, who are currently in the 2nd grade of primary school. Their schedule is packed with activities on Saturdays and Sundays, including ballet, art, calligraphy, mathematics, design, golf, and English. The academic pressure in primary school is quite intense. Before even entering 1st grade, they had already covered the entire 1st grade curriculum. As a result, the teacher's pace in the classroom is fast, assuming that the students have already acquired the knowledge beforehand. Tranquility, a former English tutor from mainland China, provided insight into the popularity of the tutoring industry within the country, stating, China's educational landscape has created a fertile ground for the booming tutoring industry. Chinese society has long believed that education is the sole path to upward mobility, leading to an obsession with academic achievement. However, the education system itself is flawed, with teachers often neglecting their classroom duties and shifting the burden of teaching to after-school tutoring. This has given rise to the thriving industry of supplementary education. Ning Jing, another former English tutor in mainland China, pointed out that China's college entrance examination policy heavily relies on standardized test scores and follows a one-size-fits-all approach. Parents who aspire for their children to achieve success have only one opportunity to secure their future. Additionally, those who depend on this industry for their livelihoods also need to sustain themselves. As a result, an underground market for tutoring has emerged, driven by market demands rather than policy directives. A Beijing legal firm has refused to recruit graduates of Sichuan University. On June 25, a legal firm in Beijing issued a notice stating its refusal to hire graduates from Sichuan University, citing concerns about the perceived competence of the institution's graduates in society. The announcement has sparked a heated debate over potential job discrimination. The reason for this is because of a sneak shooting incident at the Guangzhou subway in mid-June, in which a female Sichuan University graduate discovered an uncle who was suspected of sneakily photographing people. Despite the uncle proving his innocence, the graduate proceeded to share a video of him online, which subsequently subjected the uncle to online harassment. This incident ignited a firestorm of controversy on the internet, with many netizens asserting that the girl had falsely accused an innocent person. Demands for an apology from the girl surfaced, accompanied by efforts to uncover her personal information. In the course of these investigations, netizens discovered that the girl, Zhang, who was pursuing a postgraduate degree at Sichuan University's School of Journalism, had previously been involved in instances of bullying during her time in middle school. Some people also raised questions about the integrity of her admission to Sichuan University, suggesting potential irregularities in the admission process, such as admission without undergoing the requisite entrance examination. Consequently, there were calls for a thorough investigation by the university. As of now, Sichuan University has not made any official announcements regarding the disciplinary measures it plans to impose. However, under mounting public pressure and amidst various public sentiments, the university finally revealed its punishment plan for the female graduate student on June 21, stipulating that she would be subjected to academic probation while remaining enrolled in the university and retaining her membership in the CCP. When questioned by netizens about the student's admission to higher education without undergoing the necessary examination, an official statement clarified that there were no findings of any violations of national or institutional regulations during the enrollment process. However, netizens argue that the student's actions have led to the online harassment of innocent individuals. Many people believe that Sichuan University's punishments against students are too light. Consequently, this incident has prompted netizens to raise concerns regarding the university's educational system. The law firm in Beijing released a statement stating, given Sichuan University's handling of the Zhang case, it is evident that the institution lacks a strong academic ethos, and the quality of its graduates fails to inspire confidence in society. Job applicants with degrees from this university are advised not to submit their resumes to our firm. Lawyer Wang Bingfeng, the firm's spokesperson, who is registered alongside 4 other lawyers, clarified to Jimu News in an interview on June 25 that the aforementioned notice was not intended to imply employment discrimination. Instead, it aimed to inform all parties of the facts to avoid wasting each other's time. The decision to reject graduates from Sichuan University remains unchanged for the foreseeable future. Wang Bingfeng argues that even if these incidents occurred outside the realm of Sichuan University, the institution should provide a response and clarification instead of disregarding them. Reports indicate that a law firm in Sichuan deemed the actions of the Beijing law firm overt employment discrimination and a violation of the law. The decision to exclude Sichuan University students from consideration for employment represents a form of disparate treatment, denying them the equal employment opportunities afforded to students from other educational institutions. This practice undermines social equity and extends beyond the bounds of autonomy typically enjoyed by law firms in their hiring practices. The incident has incited passionate debate among netizens. Presently, the Beijing law firm has removed the aforementioned notice from its website, with the responsible party citing cyber violence and verbal abuse as reasons for its removal. Coincidentally, on June 25, an executive from a Shanghai-based company took to Weibo to announce that, in principle, the company has decided not to recruit teachers and students from Sichuan University due to the substantial negative impact caused by the recent incident involving graduate student Zhang. The Dragon Boat Festival's poor consumer data casts a shadow on China's economy. Holiday spending data is often regarded as an indicator of market demand, and the official Chinese data reveals disappointing figures in consumer spending, car sales, and housing expenditures during the Dragon Boat Festival holiday. These statistics indicate a slowdown in the Chinese economy and waning momentum in its recovery. The Ministry of Culture and Tourism of the CCP recently released data that shows an increase in domestic tourists during the Dragon Boat Festival holiday. However, tourism expenditure has not reached the level observed in 2019. Despite the interest rate cuts implemented by the central bank of the CCP before the holiday, the real estate industry failed to experience a significant boost, resulting in a sluggish property market during the Dragon Boat Festival period. According to the monitoring data from the Zhuge Data Research Center, only 4,547 new houses were sold in 10 major cities during the Dragon Boat Festival holiday, marking a substantial 65% decline. Similarly, auto sales in China witnessed a decline in June compared to the previous year. The China Passenger Car Market Information Association estimates that retail sales of passenger cars experienced a 5.9% year-on-year decrease in June. Bloomberg highlights the initial surge in consumption after China's zero-carbon policy ended, but new data suggests a softening of consumer confidence and potentially economic challenges. Liu Ting, the chief China economist at Nomura Securities, emphasized in a report on June 25 that the holiday travel data indicates a weakening recovery of face-to-face services in the post-pandemic era. According to Liu Ting, the lower average spending per trip during the Dragon Boat Festival holiday, which was approximately 16% lower than in 2019, indicates a reduced willingness to spend or lower purchasing power. Ting also warned that as pent-up demand wanes and the risk of a double bottom in the economy becomes more apparent in the upcoming months, in-person consumption growth is expected to further weaken. Following the holiday period, Chinese stocks continued their decline, with the CSI 300 index slipping as much as 1.6% at one point before partially recovering from some losses. This marked the fourth consecutive day of decline for the index, with consumer goods and financial sectors facing notable underperformance. Willard Chen, a senior analyst at Forsyth Bar Asia, attributed the decline in Chinese stocks partially to underwhelming holiday travel data compared to the Labor Day holiday. Heightened concerns about the economy have led to speculation regarding potential stimulus measures. However, Louis Keges, chief economist for Asia-Pacific at S&P Global Ratings, believes that large-scale stimulus measures are unlikely. S&P has revised its forecast for China's 2023 gross domestic product (GDP) growth downward from 5.5% to 5.2%, citing an uneven recovery. Earlier, Goldman Sachs and other investment banks also adjusted their GDP growth projections for China. Furthermore, despite the People's Bank of China's signal of repair, the onshore yuan experienced a decline, reaching a 7-month low. This indicates that pessimism surrounding the economy continues to impact the market. Wuxiaobo, a well-known mainland financial writer, was banned from Weibo for talking about the unemployment rate. On June 26, prominent financial writer Wuxiaobo, known for his astute insights into the industry, found himself once again facing a ban on Weibo, a popular social media platform in mainland China. Additionally, his influential WeChat public account, Wuxiaobo Channel, had its latest update on June 25. This is not the first time Wuxiaobo has encountered such restrictions. His Weibo account and self-established media faced a similar fate in June of last year. With an impressive following of 4.732 million fans on Weibo, Wuxiaobo's absence has sparked concern among his supporters. According to Weibo administrators, along with Wuxiaobo's ban, several other influential figures were also singled out for their alleged involvement in activities like speculating on the unemployment rate and disseminating negative and detrimental information regarding the securities market. These actions, which included attacking and discrediting the current policy and management system, ultimately led to their bans. Against the backdrop of a sluggish mainland economy and inadequate domestic demand, the persistently high youth unemployment rate remains a pressing concern. In May, the unemployment rate for individuals between the ages of 16 and 24 soared to a distressing record of 20.8%. In response to this dire situation, Wuxiaobo proffered a set of 5 proposals aimed at resuscitating the market. These suggestions included advocating for reduced mortgage interest rates and the elimination of price limit policies. Moreover, he urged the authorities to focus on revitalizing domestic demand by prioritizing the recovery of the housing market. The silencing of Wuxiaobo's voice has ignited worry among netizens, who fear that the space for free expression is continually diminishing. Lucy, a prominent Weibo celebrity and respected securities analyst at 1018, shared her candid thoughts on the matter. She remarked, "To be frank, individuals who dare to speak the truth seldom enjoy positive consequences." Ren Zeping, for instance, displayed the audacity to speak honestly and offer valuable advice before his subsequent foray into live streaming following his release. It truly reflects the challenging online environment we currently inhabit. Shang Jiangang, an influential figure on Weibo and author of the headline article, expressed his thoughts on the matter, stating, "Wuxiaobo seems to be garnering attention and might become a scarce commodity in the future. Unlike certain individuals who manage to evade bans regardless of their posting behavior." Pu Ian, a Weibo influencer, media personality, and writer, responded by saying, "Mr. Xiaobo has consistently displayed a gentle and constructive approach when speaking the truth." Aig Jun, a prominent figure on Weibo and the host of Fun Chow Chow, commented, "The increasing frequency of bans among Big V accounts reflects the significant disparities at the higher echelons. It's akin to a multidimensional space embroiled in gang warfare. The intensification of shadows projected in lower dimensional spaces corresponds to the expanding number of participants and the broader area they cover." A concerned netizen named Long Bai voiced frustration, saying, "Wuxiaobo being banned is the last straw for me. He is already one of the few voices that offer opinions, not just highlighting problems and complaints but also pondering solutions. A mere hint of dissent is now considered unacceptable. Unable to express ourselves or contemplate life, what do we have left?" Running under the scorching sun, Long Bai continued, "I just discovered that he too has been silenced. The content industry has become incredibly challenging. It feels as if a paradox has emerged. Numerous subjects have become highly sensitive. To avoid transgressions, one must possess an encyclopedic knowledge of all the touchy areas. However, once you become aware of every sensitive point, that in itself becomes a transgression." According to publicly available information, Wuxiaobo, born in Ningbo, Zhejiang, in 1968, pursued his education at Fudan University's journalism department. Following graduation, he embarked on a 13-year career as a business reporter. Presently, Wuxiaobo is recognized as a financial writer, a visiting scholar at Harvard University, and the publisher of the esteemed Blue Lion financial books. He dedicates himself to continuous company research and is currently affiliated with the Oriental Morning Post. In 2009, Wuxiaobo was listed among the rich list of Chinese writers, and his notable works include The Great Defeat, 30 Years of Stirring, 100 Years of Downfall, and 2000 Years of Power, which have gained international recognition. In August 2021, the Cyberspace Administration of the Chinese Communist Party cracked down on website platforms and self-media outlets that disseminated financial information, leading to the banning and closure of several self-media accounts deemed to have engaged in activities such as acting as blackmouths, extortion, and eliciting significant social reactions. Before Wuxiaobo's recent silence, numerous financial experts and influential figures had also experienced consecutive silence, including Ren Zeping, former chief economist of Evergrande, Heng Hao, chief strategist of the China Bank of Communications, and renowned economists Liang Jianzhang, Guan Qingyu, Ma Guangyuan, and others. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.